Hey y'all, it's Frank from Get the Gold 777. I think it's important to go out and check the creeks next to your house. Not hard to get to. Pick, bucket, shovel, get a few samples, check it out. Maybe you'll discover some gold that no one else has discovered. Let's go. I was checking my maps and I found a place that there just might be some gold. An old creek, an old river used to flow through here. This right here is like a storm drain thing, but off to the side is where the old creek used to run like hundreds of years ago. And it is a gold bearing area, so let's give it a try. What the heck? What does it hurt? Yeah, I believe this is quartz. Quartz is a good sign. I think we have enough soil for a good test. About almost half a bucket. Let's head on back to the shop and see if we got any gold. I didn't bring that equipment with me because this place is so close, just like a block from the house. So let's go test it out. Maybe we'll get something. First thing I want to do is bring it down to about 1/4 inch. A little bit of surfactant. I got the angle at about 7 degrees. Yeah, between 4 and 7 or 4 and 8, something like that. Is what it should be at. This is going to get really muddy. I'll increase the water flow just a little bit. Coming out nice and even. Concentrates. I want to further classify it. Now we're down to almost all black sand, practically. What the heck, classify it even further, just for the fun of it. I think this is where we're going to find any gold. And that really fine stuff. Let's start with the largest. There's least likely going to be any gold in there, so let's do it that way. Negative. Let's go with the next largest size. Negative. Let's go with the next largest size. Look at all that glittery fool's gold in there. I'm going to zoom up so you guys can see what the fool's gold looks like. It all looks like gold. See how it sparkles? That's fool's gold. One good way to tell is it floats. And if it's big enough, you can just break it apart with your finger. Gold does not break apart with your finger, nor for the most part does it float. Sometimes it gets stuck on the surface of the water when it's really small because you can't break the surface tension, but it's still 20 times heavier than water. Shaking it back and forth, get off the lighter stuff, it'll fall off the front. Using the claw, which is this pan, you do it underwater. The idea is to get the gold stuck in the larger ripples up front or the smaller ripples in the back. You can shake it back occasionally if you want. And follow the same path. Look at all that glittery fool's gold. Wouldn't that be something if that was real gold? If that was real gold, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I pull it back till it seems like it's mostly just black sand. magnetite or whatnot. I don't really expect anything in this either, but you never know unless you look. That glittery stuff is the mica floating away. It might look like gold at first, but once you see real gold in the pan, well, then you'll always know the difference. I remember when I first started panning, learning, I dug a shovel full of this stuff up in my yard, and I thought it was gold. Showed my wife, I said, look, we're going to be rich. That was a lesson. I'm not seeing anything, I don't think. That's all fool's gold in there. And the next size, second from the last. You can see the black sand in those upper riffles. Let's shake it back down. I'm trying to get all that lighter material off and bring it down to just the dark stuff. I got stuff in the bottom that we'll get rid of to make it easier for us to pan. Tapped it to the front and shook it down. If there's gold, it should be on the bottom, front, or bottom corner. Now I have very little water in there. See, we're looking for the gold that weighs nothing. You can't put it on a scale, it's so small. What I show you is really magnified if I find gold. Now I'm shaking like every 2 times. Shake, shake, shake. I'm getting so close to it. If there's anything there, we'll find out in just a minute. Well, that looks like gold. One little speck. Maybe some microdots behind it as well, I can see. Ooh, that's small. Let's see if I can get closer for y'all. It's right there at the tip. At the very, very tip. Right there in the very tip. I think you can see it. And there's some, there's like one little speck there with a bunch of teeny tiny specks behind it. Pretty cool. Now we're going to move on to the smallest one. I want to do 1 teaspoon at a time. That stuff is so light. I want all that really small stuff to go down to the corner. Don't see anything in this spoonful, but we got more. See, I can see, well, you can't see it, but all around here is just like fine, silty looking gold. Oh, you can't see it, shoot. It's all around in here. It's all in front of that black right there. That is so difficult to see that what I'm going to do is stop doing the black sand here, and I'm going to just dry out what's there, and we'll take a look at it under the microscope, and you can see some of the super fine, almost microscopic gold.